Yeah. This CFR witch is trying to, again, make it out to be pigs. The cover of Newsweek, which she writes for. The CFR, Council on Foreign Relations liar, is saying this came from pigs. Folks, they said it was coming out of Mexico. They didn't find one pig in Mexico with the supposed swine flu. Not a one. Zero. Zip. Zilch. Nada. Zero. Last weekend, they said they found the first case of swine flu in a pig after supposedly hundreds and maybe thousands of people had it in Ontario, Canada. And who did they blame it on? A Mexican migrant worker. They didn't name the guy. They didn't have a chain of custody here. They just said, oh, some Mexican migrant worker was up in Canada and he gave it to the pigs. See, it was human to pig transmission. Human to pig transmission. Yet she's talking about all these nasty little farms. Give me a break. Bring her back up.
To you.
This. Where? Oh, and then she goes and attacks Lou Dobbs. Where is she getting that it came from the United States? Not one mainline media outlet had said the pig flu virus started in the United States. No. No, it didn't. Again, they found the first pigs with the swine flu. I mean, folks, I wish I was on stage with this woman. I would be tearing her apart. Tearing her apart. The first case of a pig with the swine flu, if it's even true, came out of Canada. And then they blamed it on a Mexican migrant worker. Folks, in this country, it is, again, 0.0 deaths. I don't care if they say some kid died here. He was a Mexican child who was a premature birth who had all types of other illnesses. Okay? And then this week, we have our supposed first death, a 33-year-old Texas teacher from the quote-unquote swine flu. But then in the same report that the Associated Press is saying it's the swine flu, the doctors say, well, it really wasn't the swine flu that killed her. We can't really say that. And then they interview the guy, and he's like, well, there's really nothing to be done because if she was actually going to pass the swine flu on to anybody else, it would have been done by now. So, it's really not something we should be worrying about. Correct, we shouldn't be worrying about it because she didn't die from it. I mean, again, the fear-mongering, the Johnny nonsense that goes on here. It is unbelievable. Let me say it again. Unbelievable. We're going to play the rest of that clip where she says, well, if people think that humans did this, then they must hate the Jews, or they must think the Jews did it. It is just off the wall. Off the wall. But I'm the bad guy for telling it like it is. I'm the bad guy for saying, no, that's not the case. I'm the bad guy for challenging this CFR witch on her cover story, fear-mongering, with a pig in a cell. I mean, what is it coming to? When this woman can get on Colbert and just make things up. Oh, the pig flu virus started in the United States. Yeah, maybe in a laboratory. We're going to come back, play the rest of the clip. It's the InfoWarrior with Jason Bermas. We're going to take your calls. And then we got RJ Harris coming up at the top of the hour. Infowars.com, prisonplanet.tv. All right, folks, we are back. And you know what? The spin now is from Baxter, who this woman is probably promoting. Remember, they're the ones that are going to give us this delicious vaccine that earlier caller is going to willingly take and give his children. Real smart, buddy. Real smart. This is out of MSNBC. Accidental contamination of vaccine with live avian flu virus, virtually impossible. And then the PR woman says, oh, that wasn't for public consumption. We didn't really do that. No, that was a test case. It doesn't matter. It had 2 live bird flu viruses in it. And according to this woman, the bird flu virus has 82% kill rate. And then she just keep playing the clip so I can just go nuts. This is a hellish little creep. There. You make me sick. One person steps up to the plate. They say, hey, this is a combined virus. This has bird flu in it. This has swine flu in it. 2 separate types. Okay? This has human flu in it. We don't trust Western governments because they've tested vaccinations on people before. They've sterilized people. They did it in Africa. Okay? The UN did it. Type it in. Sterilization vaccine. Oh, it was a mistake. We didn't want people to get malaria. And then what does she say? She doesn't say Western government. She says Jews. She wants everything blamed on the Jews. She's on the CFR. She's reading from the script. If you can't beat them with common sense and evidence, you say the word Jew. And everything is nixed. Oh, the Jews. Bring it back a little, Jaron. I want to hear her blaspheme one more time as we bring it out in this last segment. We're going to have R.G. Harris on the other side. Those who hold will get on around 10:30, and then we're going to go through these Illuminati card game, and on top of that, cover the news. But I am disgusted with this woman. Hit it.
Bird flu viruses that have emerged in that country, because the Minister of Health believes that somehow we actually make these viruses, we the evil Americans, aka maybe the Jews, not really clear, and then we deliberately release them so that then they have to buy pharmaceutical products from us in order to get vaccinated or cured.
That's a good business model. What is it?
So,
that could be the new internet, man. Okay.
People are waking up. Did you hear that uncomfortable laughter? It ain't cool anymore. We're coming for you. We'll be back after this. It's the Info Warrior. I promise folks not to turn a deaf ear to human suffering, and that's why I do this program. And our next guest is somebody who's trying to change things from the inside. He's a ex-Iraqi war vet, been to Korea, somebody who served in the Army National Guard, and he is now running for the 4th District in Congress over in Oklahoma. His name is R.J. Harris. Thanks for joining us tonight, R.J.
Thanks for having me on tonight, Jason. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, man. You know, one of the big things that we promote here is for people to take action, and really, in my opinion, you can't take a better action than actually running for a congressional seat or running for state senator or running for city council member, really trying to make a difference on the inside. The website is rjharris2010.com. What drove you to decide to get up and try to get this congressional seat?